Welcome to another exciting episode of this podcast. Today we have an unstoppable guest joining us, an author who has unlocked the secrets to leaving an incredible legacy through overcoming adversity. Lynne Knowles has remarkable insights and experiences, and they've touched the lives of countless individuals, inspiring them to rise above their challenges and make their mark on the world. So get ready to embark on a transformative journey as we delve into the wisdom and the resilience of our unstoppable guest. She is one of 25 authors behind the Unstoppable book series produced by Elsa Morgan. Series number 1 is an Amazon #1 bestseller. So sit back, relax, and prepare to be inspired by Lynne Knowles as we explore the power of perseverance and the legacy we can all create. So let's begin this unstoppable conversation. Welcome to the podcast empire, Lynne.
Hi, good morning. It's good morning for me, but good evening for you.
It sure is. It sure is. Now, I'm such a fan of the Unstoppable book series because reading the stories from all of the authors in series number 1, you're a co-author in series number 2. So what inspired you, Lynne, to write a chapter about overcoming adversity and leaving a legacy?
Wow, that's just a great question. It's a question that, it was brought to me, would I want to do this after someone else actually learned a little bit more about me, who I was, and my story. And it's something that I never thought that I would do, quite honestly. But I look back, I'm 60 years old, and I thought, I have a lot of wisdom. I've been through so much in my life. And I think we're all most qualified to help the person we used to be, if that makes sense. And I just thought, this is a bit of a challenge, but it's going to help me, probably help me grow a little bit, if you will, just because I was going to be able to go back through things that had happened in my life and really try to figure out, how did I overcome them? Because I sat there when I was asked that question about being unstoppable and how have I overcome these things that I've encountered in my life. And I really didn't know what that answer was. So I started on this journey of just trying to figure out, how did I do it? Because if I did it, everyone could do it. So I think I was inspired because I wanted people to know they're not alone. And no matter what they're going through, there are other people that have walked that path in front of them. And if they're open to reaching out, there's always wisdom ahead of them.
That is so true. And by the way, you look absolutely fantastic for a 60-year-old. My word, you absolutely knocked me off my seat when you said that. And it just goes to show that, with such a lived experience and so many life lessons, I love the way you said, when you look back, you don't know how you overcome it. And I think that's true because it's very generational. I can totally relate to that. You just got on with it. Right. So a lot of those aspects are so generational. So thanks for kind of touching on that as well. But I'm really intrigued as well because unstoppable is just such a broad term for so many people. What does unstoppable personally mean to you?
When you say the word unstoppable, the first word that comes to mind with me is tenacity. And I think we all have more within inside us than we give ourselves credit for. And so I think being unstoppable, I mean, some of the things that I've overcome, example, probably the biggest thing I've ever walked through in my life is the death of my 23-year-old daughter, and then trying to figure out how to keep my heart beating after her stopped. And I think the word unstoppable, when you put it beside that kind of adversity in life, for me, it was, I had to find the soldier within me. I had to find a different kind of good looking forward for my life. And so I think unstoppable is not about necessarily thinking so far in front of you. It's about what's in front of you right now. And sometimes it's just getting through the moment. It's getting through the day. And sometimes it's not getting through those days well, but saying that tomorrow is another day. If I may quote, Scarlett O'Hara, tomorrow's another day. And just knowing that what happened in this moment is behind me now and the future is there. So I think unstoppable is so much, but I use the word tenacious. And I think that we have to find that tenacity within ourselves to say, I'm going to get through this no matter what.
Absolutely. And it's just taking that one day at a time and being thankful for where you are. It's such words of wisdom that you really, really shared with us then. Can you maybe also give us a little sneak peek into your chapter, maybe some specific strategies or techniques that you share about overcoming the adversity to leave a legacy, especially with, such an experience as you've been through?
Right. So I don't, again, I was trying to figure out how I got through all of these things in my life. And I had, at a very young age, things start happening in my life that were very, very challenging. And a sneak peek into what I discovered was that there was a higher power that was guiding me. I call him the listener or her or it, whatever it is for you. A higher power was the listener. And I had found a way at a very young age to start having a conversation and listening to what the answer should be or could be. And so I think that might, lead people to think, well, it's a religious situation, it's this or it's that. But for me, it really wasn't, because I've never considered myself, quote unquote, religious, but spiritual. So I think that, that's not necessarily a technique, but I think that if we all start thinking back, like to the reels in our heads of adversity and things that have happened that we've overcome, how did you get through it? Was it because someone gave you great advice? Were you listening? So I'm really leaning towards the fact that throughout my life, I've become a great listener, whether it's to my higher power or to it's someone speaking to me, the wisdom that I needed to hear. But I think as far as that's a little sneak peek, right, into what I discovered. And it was a big discovery for me because I just never really put it all together. But what I do believe is that we all have tools in our tool belt to get through things in life and get through ups and downs. It doesn't always have to be tragedies, but through ups and downs. And I think we have to be able to tap into those tool belts. And sometimes we have to listen for the answer or listen for someone to remind us that we have those tools within ourselves on that tool belt that we carry around.
And just being aware of those reminders, isn't it? It's just having that great awareness of maybe I need to reach out for some support. Maybe I need to just, switch off my phone and go for a sleep. Maybe I should just reach out to a friend and have a chat. All those kind of things, Lynne, you touched on them so well. Again, those words of wisdom that are just so relatable. And if you're listening here today, you're never alone. Reach out, grab some support, reach out to Lynne or anybody in your area to be able to get the support that you need. Now, you're an entrepreneur on fire. You're a businesswoman as well, amongst many other things that you are doing. You are helping people absolutely every single day. Do you maybe have 3 tips for anyone thinking about starting a business?
Oh, yeah. So I was the daughter of an entrepreneur. So I grew up with an entrepreneurial mindset in our house. And I will say this, and this might be a little sneak peek into the chapter as well, is that I ran from it because I saw the ups and downs that my mother went through as an entrepreneur. And I really ran from it. But as I got older, a little wiser, I knew that I always had that same innate sense within me that I'd grown up with. And my mother passed some things down to me. And one of them is that entrepreneurial mindset. And I think for me, when I started, I really dove into the opportunity to take time every day and do self-development. So I think for me, number 1 tip is if you want to become a great leader in a business or just start a business, start doing a little bit, even 15 minutes of self-development every morning. so that you can learn who you really are, so you can become that authentic leader, that authentic person that you want to be. Get rid of the fears of judgment and things like that. So I think that's my number one tip, is to take that on every day as like a daily method of things to do. Maybe starting your day with that. I love surrounding myself with the people that are going where I want to go or are already there. So a lot of people have adversity when they're trying to start a business, of the naysayers. And I got the naysayers out of my life. I literally just said, I love you. And we can have other conversations, but we won't be talking about my business. So having the strength and the knowledge of knowing that you can surround your people, go find the people within your organization, business, or within other businesses, find a mentor, find a coach, and find some people that are going where you want to go, and get that feel every day, get that fire every day of knowing that you can become that as well. If they can do it, you can do it. And I think another one is just, I have to say, be tenacious. You can't give up. You can't give up on yourself. Ask questions. Don't sit in mediocrity. Ask questions, learn every single day. Become 1% better every day. And there's no way that you will fail. You will have success.
Great words of advice. I mean, it's the compound effect, those small daily actions every day help you achieve those bigger goals, and things don't change if things don't change. So just failing forward and moving on, and being tenacious, not giving up. And our dreams come true when we do that, Lynne. So thank you very much for sharing that. What kind of message would you like to leave the audience on today as well? And what is the name of your chapter?
So my chapter is called I Am Protected. And I gave a little sneak peek, but really I hope everyone will read it and realize that they've gotten to where they are today successfully 100% every day, and that there's a reason for it, and just to go within themselves and try to find that reason, because they can share that with other people. They can show that outwardly. Once we know something, we can share it. And when we know something and we don't share it, well, shame on us, I guess. So I think that is it. I really want everyone to understand that they got to where they are today, no matter where they are, successfully 100% every day. They're breathing, they're living. And if you want to be a legend, I hope this is not too much. I want to share this with you. This is my favorite coffee cup. If a girl wants to be a legend, she should just go ahead and be one. That's Calamity Jane.
I absolutely love that. That is great. We all need one of those pick-me-up coffees with that saying on it every morning for that bit of, that bit of inspiration first thing in the morning. That is absolutely wonderful. And, it reminded me when you were talking then, somebody said somewhere, I think it was Mel Robbins, you've survived 100% of your worst days. So yes. This is where you are now. So just keep going. I love that.
And I don't know where I heard that. It might have been Mel Robbins. I don't know, but we pick things, like I said, we pick things up along the way, and we utilize them, and we share them with other people that might have not heard that before. So thank you for reminding me. I know I've heard that along the way, and it's something that obviously stuck.
Oh, thank you so much, Lynne. I can't wait to delve into your chapter. Thanks for joining us on this incredible episode. And we hope you listening have found our conversation as inspiring as what I have today, and being part of the Unstoppable book series as captivating as I have. If you're ready to embark on your own journey of resilience and leave a lasting legacy, don't forget to subscribe to our podcast for more empowering content. And while you're at it, we'd greatly appreciate it if you could leave a review and share your thoughts with Lynne on today's episode in the comments. To dive even deeper into the world of the Unstoppable book series, be sure to grab your very own copy and immerse yourself in the stories that will ignite your determination and push you beyond your limits to be unstoppable. Connect with our extraordinary, unstoppable guest, Lynne Knowles, our special guest, and stay updated on her latest insights and projects. Her links will be posted below so you can actually connect with her. And remember, it's never too late to start your own unstoppable legacy. Thank you once again for joining us, Lynne, and we can't wait to have you listen on the next Unstoppable episode. Thanks, Lynne.